Hello and welcome to a BP Plays video with me, of course, Brandon. We're doing a FIFA career mode with, as you can see, Ipswich Town. I don't really know Ipswich that well, but they're quite local to where I live. So let's get straight into it. And as you can see, we've got a pre-season tournament invitation. So I reckon we should do that just to get some extra money. We'll do the European one with France, 1.8 mil. We'll go with that one nice and easy. So let's get straight into our emails and see what we can do. So we're in our emails now, and we've got 5 emails, as you can see. The first one's basically just telling us about our international cup that we accepted a little while ago. This one here is saying the transfer window is now open. Hopefully we can bring in some players. We'll come back to that email. Good news, Toby Morgan has sent us a first report. He's found 12 players within England. We'll come back to that after in a second. And that's just Toby introducing himself to us. So let's get straight into our objectives. So, youth development. Sign 1 player in your youth academy assigned the defender position. And we've also got to grow 1 youth academy player by at least 10 overall points. As soon as they have grown, play them in 5 matches, either as part of the starting 11 or coming on as a sub. So I like using my youth academy, and I like using the talent that comes from it, to be honest. And I think that's a very good way of playing. I mean, that's just the way I play personally, but I do like playing and getting a lot of youth players in. So this one's brand exposure. We've got keep a streak of at least 85% attendance in 5 consecutive home matches. Now, unfortunately, I can't do nothing about that. It's down to the fans to do stuff. Hopefully, you keep attending. Hopefully, I can achieve that. I mean, it's a low priority, but it'd be nice to achieve that. And as you can see, the continental success is a very low priority because we don't have any objectives there, because we're not on any of the tournaments there. And then we've got domestic success. So we've got to gain automatic promotion from League 1, and they would also like us to reach the FA Cup round of 32 stage. Now, I'd like to say that we're going to get automatic promoted from League 1. We'll just have to see how we play. Hopefully we can gain automatic promotion. If not, I would like to aim for winning the league. And then obviously the FA Cup, it'd be nice to reach the round 32. It'd be nice to win it, obviously, as such a lower league team would do the world of good. But round of 32 is probably a fairly good objective there. And finally, we've got the financial, and we've got to finish the season with a profit margin of £9 million. Now, that's fairly easy. Again, there's not really much I can do there other than selling players and not buying in too high. So if we just pop back to the emails and let's have a look here. First scout report. Let's have a look, see who we've got. Now, I'm not really don't really know the Ipswich team that well, so maybe if we just keep these here and maybe play the first pre-season game and see how we get on. I think that's what we're going to do. So if we back all the way out, let's get some training done though. You might see in future episodes that I love my training. I do enjoy training. I think it's really good part of the game. It's not probably the best kind of like training physics and that, but it is what I like doing. And as I said, you'll probably see me do quite a few of these. So start off with a goalkeeper, try and get a fullback in there. We haven't got really many promising fullbacks. We've got a promising centre back. Yeah, we've got Wolfeden, and we'll adapt defensive scenarios there. Do we have a midfield? We have a couple of midfielders. He's 18. We've got a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old. We'll go with a 20-year-old, I think. Dozel. Andre Dozel. We'll do attacking scenarios with him there. And then we've got a winger. We'll go with this Lancaster. Been good for him to get in there. We'll do some pace, one-on-one bucket race. And then strikers. We've got Morris here, 19-year-old Ben Morris. And we'll do attacking scenarios for him. And we're going to simulate these, and I'll be back in just a second. So we are back, and these are our results. So we've got Norris got a D. Wolfenden got a C. Dozel got an A. Lancaster got a C, and Morris got an A. So we have a Norris and a Morris. Very interesting that. So let's go straight into this first game. We'll see if anything pops up in the meantime. Not sure if it will, to be honest, but you never know. Oh, look, we've got an email there from Chambers. So we'll go across to that one. So Luke Chambers. Greetings, boss. On behalf of the whole team, I'd like to give you a warm welcome to Ipswich. So I'm definitely really happy to join you, lads, and I'm really excited about what we can achieve together. Hopefully very big things. So let's go into our first competitive game here. We've got La Barrie. Hopefully a big game for us here. Good points. 1-0 winners. I'm very happy with that. Jackson comes on and scores in the 64th minute. I'm happy with that, you know. Very, very happy with that. I think we're playing a formation that I never really played. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, we're playing the 5-2-1-2. Don't really play it, but it done us well. We are playing a left winger up front though. But Jackson come on and scored, so I think I'm going to start him. Keep him there. We're playing a left wing in that cam role as well. Do we have a cam in there? No, we don't, do we? Look, by the looks of that, there's no cam there, so maybe that's one to maybe look at in the future. And we also have a right mid Edwards at the right wing back role. Do we have a right back? We do here. Donasian? I'm not really sure how you pronounce that, but we'll go with that, to be honest. We'll go with him. We might have to look at bringing we're going to have to look at bringing a cam in, aren't we? But we'll save the team sheet because I'm very, very happy with that 1-0 result there. So we'll just go see if we can get straight into this next game. We've got US Orleans next by the looks of this. But we have a couple of emails. So, oh sorry, we have one email. The other one we've already read. So, Kasim Passa have shown interest in purchasing Teddy Bishop for a fee of 820,000. You can find the details in your folder. So have a look. So he's valued at 800, and they want 820,000 for him. I'm just going to go in and do some negotiations, and I'll see if I can bump up that price. So I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. So I'm back after some back and forth negotiations. I finally accepted a offer for 920,000 for Teddy Bishop. It's down to you, mate, and your agent to decide whether you want to be playing here this for the foreseeable future. Now I said we needed a cam and maybe a right back. There's this Paul Osu left wing back position. I'm going to get rid of this Alex Hurst, I think. I'm going to scout him and see what happens there, because he's a left wing back and we don't have a left wing back at the moment. Ryan Astley, no, I'm not there. Haji Minoga, sorry, from Portsmouth. No, I'm not really feeling that, to be honest. Don't really want to bring in a higher forward. Curtis Jones, 18-year-old. He's a very promising player, so I'm going to ask him to be scouted just so I get a few more details on that. We'll just see a few of these. Don't know if I want to bring in any of them at the moment. I am looking for that cam roll, but it doesn't look like they have brought anyone in. Oh look, we've got Jan Danda from Swansea, 20-year-old. We will scout him. He is a cam, so hopefully we can do that. Pedro Chiavea, centre mid. I'm going to send a scout out for him, to be honest, and see what happens there. Zach Clow, he is 24. But he's in that cam role again, so I'm going to send a scout out there. Hopefully be able to get in some players. So let's get into our second game. We're the only team with 3 points in the league. Hopefully we can maintain this winning record and go on to 2 wins out of the 2 so far. And we get a 2-1 win. Very, very happy with that result. We went down to 10 men, with Wolfenden getting sent off for a second yellow card. Jackson went off injured in the 37th minute. Sorry. That is another big result for us there. Hopefully that sees us through. Now we have a couple of emails here. We'll just check these out. So we've got player injured. Caden Jackson has suffered a pulled quad injury and will be out for about 3 weeks. We'll do what we can to get him back. We'll fix the problem myself and change it, I think. That's a big blow there, isn't it? Especially because he's got a couple of goals for us. Now we've got Norwood and Morris there. I think we're going to put Norwood up there. And then we've still got Morris on the bench, on the reserve, sorry. So that is that. Oh no, sorry, we'll continue editing because we got a red card, didn't we? Wolfenden got a red card there. So have we got another centre back? Yeah, we've got Ndaba. I'm sorry if that's pronounced wrong again. I'm not very good with these names. So by the looks of it, we might have to bring in another centre back just for squad depth. Either that or we're going to have to look at changing our formation. So, but for now, it's doing as well. So I'm going to keep it. I will keep the formation for now because it's doing as well. And then obviously this one's just saying that he has picked up a 1-match ban. I don't need to go to team sheets because I've already sorted that problem out. Let's do a cheeky little training session again. See what happens here. Just simulate it all quickly, and we've got an A for Norris, a D for Wolfenden, a D for the Dozel, a C for Lancaster, and a D for Morris. Now, that is another good result for us. 6 points, and we are facing second place Le Mans FC in our third and final game of the group stage. So we have an email here. Just want to congratulate you and wish you the best as the new manager for Ipswich. As your agent, my job will now be to keep an eye out for potential opportunities to coach a national team in addition to your club duties. As you start to make a name for yourself in the coming months, different national football associations will be looking for managers, so it is important that you perform well in order to attract interest. Looking ahead, keep in mind that your league and club prestige is a key factor in determining what national teams will consider you for the job. Well, thank you very much for that. So we'll jump into our third and final game of this pre-season group stage, that is. Hopefully we can get another win, it'd be nice. End it on a high. 1-1 draw. Keane missed a penalty for us. Bit disappointed that Keane. We'll have to look to see who our penalty takers are. I haven't sorted the roles out yet, so maybe that's something I should sort out. Still a 1-1 draw with second place in the group. Hopefully we can still progress. We've got FC Chamberlain in the semi-finals. We do have some emails, so we'll jump into the emails. So Bishop has been sold. for 920,000. The board has allocated 675,000 to your current transfer budget, so I'm happy with that. Also, as a result of your performance, we've granted you some additional funds. So we've got additional funds for the transfer budget, 405,000. Thank you very much. And Luke Wolfenden has completed his suspension and is eligible for selection again at your discretion. I'm going to quickly jump across and put him back into the team. So I'll be back in a second, guys. So I'm back after putting the player back into the team. Just simulating now, just hopefully getting into the semi-final. So I have no new emails or anything like that. So let's sim straight into this. So Wolfenden is back into the team. See if we can get further in this tournament. 3-0 winners Ipswich. Kian redeemed himself with 2 goals this time after missing his penalty last game. And also Scoose picked up a goal. Now I'm very, very happy with 3-0 winner in the semi-final. Could not have asked for anything better from this team in the pre-season. We'll check that email in a moment. Do some training. As I said earlier, I love a bit of training. Wolfenden has gone up an overall point. Happy with that. So we've got 3 Bs in that one, and we've got Lancaster got a C and Morris got a D. Let's go and check this email and see what happens. So tournament prize money. As a result of your performance, we've granted you some additional funds. Additional transfer budget, 585,000. So I'm happy with that. Look at that. Look, Le Mans in the final. I could not have asked for a better pre-season from the boys. Very, very happy with them all. So while we're simulating it, so before we go into the final, we have some emails. Final scout report on Zach Clow. Final scout report on Pedro Chiavea. Final scout report on Yandanda. Final scout report on Curtis Jones. And finally, final scout report on Paul Osu. So we'll jump across and see. So Paul Osu, 60 overrated, £350,000 value on a wage of £450. Curtis Jones is 65 overall rated with £1 million value, 5,500. He's also shown great potential. I didn't shortlist him in the transfer hub. Yandanda, 66 rated, £950,000 with a wage of 5,500. We'll also shortlist him in there. Pedro Chiavea is 66 rated, £850,000 with a 15,500 wage. Definitely shortlist him in the hub. And then we've got Zach Clow, who's 66 overall rated, 725,000 with 9,300 wage. So we'll shortlist him. So let's quickly jump over and see what we can do. So here we are in the transfer hub. So we have obviously Curtis Jones, who could be playing centre mid, cam or left mid. We have Paul Osu, who can play left wing back or left back. We have Yandanda, who can play cam and left mid. Pedro Chiavea, who can play centre mid and centre defensive mid. And Zach Clow, who can play cam, left mid and striker. I am going to see about bringing some of these players in. Probably won't bring all of them in, but I'm going to try and bring some of them in, and we'll see what we can do. So back in a moment and we'll see who we can get. So we are back with just a little update before I go into some negotiations. So I managed to get Curtis Jones, and it's a fee of £1 million. Yandanda, again with a fee of £1 million. Pedro Chiavea, I think it was another £1 million. Zach Clow, I managed to bring him in for 900,000. The only person I couldn't bring in was Paul Osu, and that is because the player has recently joined a club and won't move again, so I can't bring him in. So we'll remove him from a shortlist. So it looks like we're going to have to look for another, well, left back, centre back and a right back. I think we're going to have to look at getting. But I'm going to quickly jump into doing some negotiations and see if we can bring in all of these players, and we'll just have to see. So again, see you in a moment, guys. So after some negotiations, we managed to bring in 3 of the 4 players. So we brought in Pedro Chiavea, and he's on a weekly wage of £10,000 and a 5-year contract. Yandanda on £6,000 weekly wage on a 4-year contract, and Curtis Jones is on a 5-year contract with a £3,500 wage. Unfortunately, Zach Clow wanted an important role, but with already having Yandanda in there, I couldn't quite offer him the important role, and he wouldn't take anything less than being important. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to bring him in. So if we just quickly jump across, let's put him into our squad, I think. So let's get rid of our left winger up, who is playing there. Yandanda can go in there. We'll bring in Jones we'll do Downs, and we'll do Scouse for Chiavea. We're not just going to completely dump him though. We'll put him in. So we'll remove Nolan. We don't play a left wing role. Well, we've got 2 left backs. So we'll take out Vincent Young, I think. And then we'll put Downs back in there. And hopefully we get some good games in there with them in there now. So with a bit of luck, that is, anyway. So we're on to the final now. Big match day, and we've put them straight in. So hopefully we can have a better game than when we played them last time. We drew 1-1 in the group stage of the tournament. I believe Kian is on for the golden boots. Hopefully we can get a decent result here. Let's jump into this final then. See what happens here. 3-1 winners. Ipswich are winners of the European International Cup. Danda got 2 goals on his debut. Kian added to his goal tally. Kante over there for Le Mans scoring. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for them, but I'm very happy with that result. 3-1 winners in the final. I would not have asked for anything better at the start of pre-season from these guys. We've got a couple of emails that we can check out. So tournament prize money. We've got an additional 900,000 for our performance. And also, congratulations on winning the final of the European International Cup. Going deep into the tournament gave us a great exposure, and the entire organisation will benefit from it. We're looking forward to seeing you in action once the season starts. We hope the extra transfer funds help bolster the squad even further. Yours sincerely, the Ipswich Board of Directors. Well, thank you very much, Board of Directors. As we see earlier, I wanted to bring in some defenders. So we'll get rid of some of these players unless they're defenders. We've got a right back, James Clark, there. I did say a goalkeeper, didn't I? Don't think I want to bring in one yet. He's been fairly alright so far. Yeah, I think he's been alright so far. So by the looks of it, they're alright now. So if we just scout all of these players, James Clark right back, we've got Steven Vega right back, Tom Scully. Do I need another centre mid? He's just creeped in there, hasn't he? I think I'll get rid of him for now. Thomas Mayer, David Perez, and Edwin Herrera. So we've got 2 left backs and 3 right backs. I'm just going to scout them all and sim a little bit. If we have anything interesting pop up, I will fill you guys in. So I'll be back in a moment. So while we were just simulating through, we've had a transfer offer for Danny Rowe for 430,000. Yokohama FM have shown interest in him. And also, the medical staff have cleared Caden Jackson to return from his injury so he can rejoin the first team training sessions. Thank you very much for that, medical staff. Let's jump straight into the transfer hub. I I don't really play a right mid, so I might go away and do some negotiations, because I've offered 430,000 where he's actually valued at 600,000. So I'll be back in a moment after doing some negotiations, and we'll see what we can do. So we're back, and negotiations have broken down. They were adamant on their £440,000 offer they've made for us, but I wasn't taking anything less than 600,000. So unfortunately, the offer did break down. So while we're still waiting for the other scouts to come back, let's do a little bit more training. Dazelle had a bad one there, didn't he? With an F rating. Lancaster had an A rating, that's good there. Wolfenden with a B, and Morris with a B, and then Norris with a D. So we'll just sim a little bit more, and hopefully we have our scouts turn up with some more details on some of them players, because it'd be nice to bring in one of them players, and by the looks of it, they have. By the looks of it, they've come back. Yeah, look at that, look. 5 back there. All of them there. So let's jump across. So here we are with our players. So we've got Jason Clark, who is 19. Overall rating of 59. We've got the Steven Vega overall rating of 62, who's 21. Thomas Mayer overall rating of 59, who's 22. Perez 54 overall rating, and he's 20. And Herrera with an overall rating of 63, and he is 20. So I think I'm going to go with James Clark, simply because he's a little bit younger. I think that's the only reason I'm going to go with him. So we'll get rid of that right back and that right back, which leaves us with the 2 right backs. So he's younger and overall better. So let's try and bring these 2 players in now. So I'll be back in a second and see if we can bring them in. So we're back after some negotiations. So James Clark recently joined the club and won't move again, so unfortunately we cannot bring him in. So we'll have to remove him from the shortlist, unfortunately. We've got Edwin Herrera here, left back, 63 overall, age 20. He did accept, so I'm just going to go into some negotiations and try and get him in and seal him down with a contract. So we're back in a second. So we managed to bring in Edwin Herrera. So I offered 700,000 for him and he got accepted. And then his contract offers for 4 years. He has got an important squad role, so we'll have to put him in there. I might put him in there straight away. Yeah, we'll jump across and put him in there straight away in 2 seconds. And then he's on £1,400 a week. So let's quickly jump into the squad hub. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Into the team sheets, should I say. I'm sorry, Garbutt, you're going to have to be dropped down. Put Herrera in there. Garbutt can then come onto the bench we'll take him out for Kenlock. And we'll go with that. Yes, please save the team sheet. So that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. In the next episode, if you'd like to see me play the games, comment down below. But if you'd rather me just sim the games to try and maybe get a few more games in, then that's what I will do. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.